And we are underway in Buffalo. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Fakes for their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Allen now looks to throw. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen escaping the pressure right. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. The Bills passing game, get them down the field. They've got another first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now Allen. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 14. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Allen. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And his kick here is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball, moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
Come on, hey!
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And his kick is good. And that will make it 6-0.
So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Yeah, you're impressed,
Yeah, I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down. Now Chubb running right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And they'll try to run the option here.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
The Seahawks had 10-5 to start play. But Charles, they were losers last time. Now, what do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
There he goes, right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the...
6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they run the option here on first and 10.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. They'll look to throw here.
Open man is Fortson. He's got it. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now a play fake here on first down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Back to throw here. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Justin Jefferson
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Allen.
Mechie has it on the slant. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
T.J. Hockenson.
His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was T.J. Hawkinson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number one. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Well, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game. Defensively, they have a big challenge on their hands. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 30-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, wide open receiver, complete. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jerry Jeudy, 38 yards. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's capped off by the touchdown run from Jerry Jeudy.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw now on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find it.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
Pushes him over. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
78 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
They run again on first down. Chubb.
They'll get this down to the 38.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Chubb
with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
To throw, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on and they're ready for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that was sending them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 30-yard line. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 15. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this one is incomplete. The Bills send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Now, faster.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
132 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a first and goal.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Jody Fortson.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are back within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Bills offense back out onto the field. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Allen now looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Allen.
And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've clawed their way back into this game. First half, they were down pretty big. Now, all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. How have they done it?
First thing is what you just talked about, clawing their way back in. That means they've decided to go ahead and fight this thing out, which is great. The second part is...
Back now in Buffalo.
Come on.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll drop the throw. Touchdown!
Pat Freiermuth
from 4 yards out.
And the Seahawks have taken a 4th-quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Pat Freiermuth with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Catch made here by Campbell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Offside. Defense.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Back to the same target, Campbell. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Harris Campbell, 23 yards for the touchdown.
Play is under review. Have to review the play.
There we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Allen will try to throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets it back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now left side on the swing pass. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 143 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll look to throw here on first down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Here we go.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. And leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And it'll be intercepted. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
But there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly. Getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Josh Allen and the offense now. Down by 7. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Meanwhile, Allen's throw completed to Mechie. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the delay, Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
One final try here for Allen. That's to his running back, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Here's Allen. He'll find Jones again, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Hey, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Had Freiermuth the intended target,
but it's going to be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead, but ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and they'll bring it down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Allen. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Seahawks,
they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni again hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with your leash. Cause I love in the streets. Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Tell my sit early. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. All that them don't know the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man. You know what's up? You know what's up? You pretend, you don't lie, you don't be gang. You know what's up? We
we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Buju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980, Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush, more vacays, more bucks.